I'm local to the community that I serve. So I grew up in the same area as the community that I serve. I played on the same ballparks that their kids are playing on. I eat dinner at the same places they eat dinner at. I know the community really well. So one of the things for agents or the buyer is, what is this community like that I'm going to raise my family in? And I can give them firsthand experience. And online lenders usually not able to do that. Maybe they can find an article, but it's different when you've walked around the lakes and you've gone to the ballparks and you've gone to those restaurants and you've driven those traffic lights before they were even traffic lights. So I'm community, I'm local, which helps a lot. And I care. I know you're going to see me again. I'm gonna go to church with you or go to the ball field with you, and I'm gonna be able to check in on your house for years to come, not just a quick turnaround to get your loan in. I love serving in all capacities. I love being able to serve as a husband and as a father, but I also love to serve my clients. It's what makes my job fun. It's what makes it enjoyable. It can be seen as maybe just you're looking at numbers and you're seeing if people qualify, but I love serving more than just a loan number, but a person who's worked really hard. So I love serving my clients in a lot of ways. One of the things that I started with my son is we make cutting boards for each of our clients. Some people are really good at making baskets. I'm not that at all. And so I try to do just a handmade touch. I make little cutting boards for each client that closes. And I want to serve them, follow up with them afterwards, try to figure out, how's it going in the community? How are you enjoying school? Are you enjoying the traffic that you might be sitting in for car line? Or I want to serve them along the process because a lot of them just don't know what that process even looks like. They were taught the chlorophyll of biology, but they know nothing about the mortgage industry. And so I want to serve them by educating them well, but also being someone who is welcoming to questions, no matter how crazy you think they are. I was a teacher for a while. And so there are no dumb questions, and there's none in this industry either. I want to be someone who answers them honestly and with vulnerability, but also help serve them well if they're not ready yet. Help them get to where they want to be. It's the purpose behind my job. I love it. Those are the things I love. I love serving the client. Try to be relatable to them and help them out.
Do you remember when you bought your first home?
I do. I do.
Is there anything you wish you had known?
Yeah, all of it. I didn't know any of it. It's one of the things that I tell my clients. I didn't even really know what I was doing. I think when I got my first one, I wish I would have known. I wish I'd have known what the steps are. Like I didn't really know. I just thought you kind of like fill out an application, they stamp it, and then you get a house, and they give you money. But I didn't realize that hey, there's a lot that's going to go into this, and I think I wish I would have known how much of a role my income and the things that I've like car payments. I think my wife and I were just freshly married, so we had just paid for a wedding, and we were getting cars, and how much those might have affected how much we can qualify for or whatever. So I wish I would have known what could I have done a little bit better ahead of time to set myself up to be ready when we were ready to pull the trigger, when we were just staying in an apartment. And I think I wish I would have known that renting is just 100% interest. And we were doing it for a long time. It's one of the reasons we started looking for homes was we were like, we're paying somebody else's mortgage every month instead of our own. So we scratched every penny we had together and got into the homeownership business, and here we are. So I would have loved to know those things. I would have loved to know more. I would have loved to know probably the joys of homeownership. I think if I were to, you don't realize that working with your hands out in the yard or making something your own or decorating well, like those are things that bring life and are memory building between like me and my wife at the time before we had our kids. And you kind of think like, I'm just going to buy a house, but when you look at it as you're buying a place to store memories where memories are going to be made, it's a big deal. I would have pushed for it maybe a little earlier, not been in an apartment so long. I think sometimes people want to have their entire checklist ready. They've checked everything off and then they give it to me. That's not what we do well, especially at New American. One of the things I love about it is how much everybody in the industry, in our industry and in our business cares. So if you're not ready yet, call us and let's figure out how to make you ready. Your Google is a friend and there's a ton of information, but sometimes too much information is not necessarily the best step. So give us a call and say, hey, I need to I need to figure out what are these steps I need to do. Do I have enough credit? Do I not? What do I need for a down payment? What will I need in closing? How much of that? What programs can I qualify for if I'm in this career? Because I'm a college student and I'm going to be in this career. Does that give me anything in 3 years or 5 years? So much information that you can get that doesn't cost you anything. It just costs you a phone call. You call us and we help you out and try to earn your business well.
So you're you're a consultant.
Yeah, I'm not just the guy who clicks accept or deny. That's not the part of the job. The best part's consulting along the way. Every loan is different. Everybody told me that when I first got in, that every loan is different. I don't think I believed it well. So I was like, some of them have to be the same. They're not. Every person's different. Every loan is different. Every program is unique. And I think that's a cool thing. You get to put together a puzzle every day, which is sometimes frustrating, as most puzzles are, but also really fun when you complete it and you get to see the grand picture at the end. It's a cool thing.